Welcome back to Courtroom Uncovered, where justice isn't just served, it's dissected. Today's case is intense. A defendant named Mr. Thurman, wanted for armed robbery out of Michigan, stands in front of a Texas judge who clearly doesn't play. But this isn't just about one charge. It's a web of probation violations, GPS tampering, and accusations of threatening children with a firearm. And get this, the defendant is on lifetime probation. That's right, lifetime. From fiery exchanges to legal chaos, this courtroom is about to erupt. But the real question is, do the violations justify denying bond, or is there more to Mr. Thurman's story than meets the eye? Stick around. It's going to get heated.
How do we get you back to the jurisdiction that you're wanted from? So here it says that you are wanted from Michigan, Washtenaw, Michigan.
Washtenaw County, yes.
Yeah, Washtenaw County. And it says here that you're wanted out of there for armed robbery. So I know that you're going to tell me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods. It's not that big of a deal, yada, yada, yada. But my primary concern is public safety.
What you're seeing here is a classic extradition hearing setup. The judge isn't interested in retrying the crime itself. The underlying armed robbery isn't being disputed. The issue is identity and safety. Is this man truly Mr. Thurman, the person wanted by another state? And if so, how and when should he be shipped back to Michigan? This is where things get tricky. Judges must balance constitutional rights, interstate law, and local public safety. So when the judge says, "Are you a danger to my public?" that's not rhetoric. That's legal responsibility.
Gets back. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to bring you back out, but your lawyer's not here. I can't talk to you without your lawyer here. So I'll bring you back out here as soon as she gets back, and then we'll go right through the rigmarole again. Okay? Sorry. I didn't even realize she's not here. Mr. Thurman, you're back. Okay. So I told you before, two of my main concerns are, or my two main concerns are, number one, are you going to go back to the jurisdiction that where you're wanted from? And number two, most importantly, are you a danger to—
Okay, did anyone else catch that line? Public safety is as important as my hair. That's not just a joke. That's judicial sarcasm with a purpose. The judge is making it personal, framing the defendant's risk to society as something that could come back to haunt his own conscience. And with armed robbery on the table, he's not willing to take any chances, especially when someone's freedom might cost another person their safety.
You're wanted for a really serious case. It's an armed robbery, right? I mean, that's what you're wanted for. There's no denying it. That's what it says on the paperwork.
He's on lifetime probation in Michigan.
Lifetime? There's such a thing as lifetime probation?
There is.
Yes.
Whoa.
So that case, well, I'll let you do the talking.
No, he did his time and he got out, and lifetime probation out of Michigan. So that's what's happened. I believe it got.
So how on what would, aside from like a murder case,
So he was
what
charged
would
with
garner
murder twice, along with 2 armed robberies.
I wasn't charged twice for no murder.
It just shows up.
It just shows up
Oh, I was
twice.
about to say, I wasn't charged
Murder
twice.
along with armed robbery or aggravated robbery in our jurisdiction. He's placed on probation. Since that time, he's been charged in our jurisdiction with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and felon possession of a weapon. In those, he had bond conditions when it started off, where he was ordered to have a GPS monitor. He has had multiple curfew violations on top of that noted. And so I do believe he's a safety risk, because even with literally an ankle monitor, he doesn't follow court conditions. And so I believe he is
Here's where it gets thorny. The prosecution lays out a troubling pattern: GPS violations, curfew break-ins, weapon possession, and threats. Even more chilling, the alleged threat involved kids. But ask yourself this: if the defendant keeps showing up to court, does that negate the violations? Or are these minor breaches warning signs of something much darker? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you grant this man a bond?
but I don't have the documents, which is why I can't present them. If there's an IC hold, he is ineligible for a bond, because that's an IC hold. I don't have it, which is why I can't say. But if I get the documents.
interstate compact agreement?
I understand. May I speak, Your Honor?
Of course.
Okay. After we talking about the probation, I'm at the probation, the GPS curfew wise, my judge knows all that was going on. So he knows every information of why I've been late. I have evidence of why I'm late. So he knows everything that's going on with my GPS.
You're not supposed to be late.
He knows why though. So
I understand
that.
that.
That's why he overlooked. He said, okay, it's fine. He said it was fine.
Quick question: is it a motion to adjudicate?
Well, no, it's still an open case. It's not under probation, but you're just asking if they do a bond violation report. They did on November 1st, 2024. They filed a motion to revoke.
Let's break this down. What the court is referencing here is a motion to revoke probation MRP. This legal tool lets the state ask to lock someone back up if they violate the terms of their release. And in this case, Mr. Thurman has multiple violations after being warned. But here's a key detail. The fact that a judge didn't immediately revoke him earlier shows the system tried leniency first. Now, that leniency may have run out.
And a possible ICA. Obviously, I'm still opposed for him.
Why are you on lifetime probation?
That's the way they set it up as. I took the plea deal.
What are you on probation for?
The armed robbery conspiracy committing armed robbery. I did 5.5 years. Came home off lifetime probation. And to continue what I would say, so I'm a threat to, a flight risk. I can't be a flight risk. Every court that they set, I came every single time. Every court that Michigan have set, I flew out there every single time. I knew I was getting locked up Monday. They told me that Thursday. I still showed up to court and got locked up. So there's no flight risk in this whatsoever if I've been showing up every single time.
And you may be showing up, but at the end of the day, you continue to do what you want to do without regard to bond conditions.
And what do you mean by that, Your Honor?
Meaning that they put you a GPS monitor, and they give you a curfew.
Yes.
And you don't abide by the curfew.
I was working, Your Honor. That's why the judge has extended, because they had my probation curfew time I forgot what time it had as, but I had started my new job because I came, got locked up, lost my other job. He said, okay, the violation he's talking about, I came into court and talked to the judge, and he extended my curfew. He was like, okay, you've been working. I said, yes, I have documentation of new work. So I'll show all my documentation, and he said, okay. So the stuff he's mentioning violations for, they're already been taken care of. So he's not stating that either. He said 2023 is, obviously I'm still free, right or wrong. I'm still free.
Oh, you scare me. Mr. Thurman, that's not just courtroom talk. That's a judge publicly expressing fear of a defendant. Imagine what it takes for someone wearing a black robe and holding your fate to say that out loud. It's rare and it's damning, but here's the twist. Thurman pushes back, calm and logical. I've been out for a year, clean. Why are you afraid of me now? This is the emotional center of the case, a man's freedom colliding with the system's fear.
Then on Thursday, knowing that he was going to get arrested and held. And so I'm sure that Michigan it's a probation violation because of the underlying charges. And plus, that's where that MRP is probably coming from. I believe he's proven time and time again that he's gone to Michigan, taking care of what he needs to take care of, and he will still be here to take. He's been on bond on the underlying case for about a year, Your Honor. He's not been locked up this whole time up until this recent arrest. So, and at this point in time, this is really just for if since we don't have proof of an ICA, if the judge is willing to set a bond, how much that would be, if there's a willingness to set a bond.
Let me read this to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Texas Code of Criminal Procedure 17.03, NLR, out of state Michigan, armed robbery, armed robbery with a conspiracy, 2021. Probation transferred to Texas 3/20/21. Concurrently charged with murder, which was dismissed. No holds. Defendant is not indigent, and defendant is alleged to have gone to complaining witnesses.
Now here's where the courtroom tone shifts, and not in Mr. Thurman's favor. We hear about him allegedly pointing a gun at a mother and her 3 kids during a domestic dispute. That's not just a violation, it's a trigger for a felony. Assault with a deadly weapon, if true, it explains the judge's fear. But Mr. Thurman claims innocence and says there's video footage, ring cameras, and evidence not reflected in the police report. That's the problem with court. Truth can be complicated, and the narrative isn't always the whole story.
That's the aggravated assault that we have now. So, knowing that you're on lifetime probation for a very serious case, you know that you're supposed to be out there with a halo over your head. And yet you pick up an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon where allegedly a gun is pointed at kids. I mean, the way you're your mannerisms,
I would say something, Your Honor, that's why.
but don't though. You have this open case.
Understandable.
Everything they can say, they can use it against you. My concern is
Here it is, the tipping point. Too much blood, Mr. Thurman. The judge references not just past charges, but the potential consequences of making the wrong decision. Whether the defendant is innocent or not, the judge sees a pattern. Armed robbery, assault, violations, accusations, in legal terms, this is called judicial discretion. The power to deny bond when public risk is too high. It's not about one charge. It's about the totality of danger.
another charge here, you pick up another charge there, you don't follow bond conditions here. You know, Mr. Thurman, you scare me, man.
Did I scare you, Your Honor?
Yeah.
And I've been out for a whole year since this case happened, and this is my first time being into this courtroom again, and you're fearful for whose safety if I've been doing nothing but right and working.
That's not true.
That has been true. I've been out for a year on bond, and I have not been into this no courtroom, but in Orange Jumpsuit, I should say. Your
I
courtroom,
mean,
anybody's
you want
courtroom.
me to reward you for being
I'm saying,
a good
but you say you're in
person?
fear. You say you're in fear for safety. That's what I'm saying. Like, who are you in fear of? I have not been into
You're-
any trouble whatsoever. I've been squeaky clean. Just I bonded out.
And Your Honor, to
You
your,
don't get rewarded for being a good person out there. You know what I mean?
I
You're
understand.
supposed to be like that anyways.
I understand that wholeheartedly, Your Honor. I'm just saying, but you say you fear, and I'm saying, how are you in fear if I've not been doing anything? That's showing you. That should show you some type of sign. Like, okay, he's never doing anything wrong. So where is the fear come to play? That's what I'm asking you.
The fear is really because, you know, when people come here, it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, rainbows, gumdrops. And then when they get out there, they turn into different people. It's like Jekyll and Hyde. And I don't want that. Like, I don't want someone out there to suffer because we let you out. I let you bond out. You've got an armed robbery, you've got an ag assault. You continue to violate conditions on those bond, right? That shows me that you're not willing to abide by bond. I mean, quite frankly, you're lucky to even be out on those charges with the ankle monitor, and you continue to violate.
And Your Honor, you keep saying violate. Like, if I was in violations they have on file, by the way. Those have been taken care of. Once again, you keep on saying violations, but they took care of. The felony court judge seeing I have proven, what's the word I'm looking for? Just proven, facts that this is why I'm late. I have a new job. I got fired because I got arrested from the other job, so I started a new job. For me having a felony.
This moment is deeply human. Mr. Thurman talks about the uphill battle of reintegration. How having a felony record makes it nearly impossible to get steady work. He explains that curfew violations weren't rebellion, they were survival. He had to take late shifts just to hold on to a job. That brings up an important issue. Is the justice system setting up people to fail? And if someone's doing their best, does the system even care? Let us know what you think. Is this a justice failure or a necessary line in the sand?
Was free to this day. And you keep bringing that up. You said threat to your fear, which is understandable. Everybody gonna have fear, but I have not been into any trouble. I've been working. I've been working for a whole year. I've been on my P's and Q's. And like you say, the police report that you're reading, sir, the case is still open, so I can't really speak on it. I'm pretty say much, but it's a lot more to what you're just reading on that police report. It's always going to be video cameras and house ring cameras, body footage. It's going to be a lot more other things that you're not going to be able to read off a police report, which is understandable.
Just too much blood, Mr. Thurman. I'm sorry. I can't set you a bond. It's just too much. I'm sorry. Hey, this isn't.
Do not walk away.
This isn't.
I said, okay, it's fine.
Really. I understand that you're hurt, Mr. Thurman, but look.
I've been doing my best, Your Honor. And y'all sit here telling me I'm the bad guy, and I've been doing nothing but my best of my abilities, working, staying out of trouble. And you're a threat, and I'm a threat to society. Really? For a whole year, I've been out, and they just not issue a warrant for me just now, recently. And I come to turn myself in, and I'm a threat to society. And people, you fear me for what? I'm turning myself in and show you that I'm not running for nothing. I'm not running for anything. I'm innocent, and I'm coming to show you I'm innocent by turning myself in. But y'all a threat. You can let go of me, sir.
Stop.
You can let go of me.
You don't not tell me how to do my job.
You can let go of me. You grab my arm too tight.
Guys, relax.
I'm too tight. All I said, grab me. Look how you grabbing me up.
Back up.
Look how they grabbed me. I said, you let me go a little bit.
You gotta calm down.
I'm calm. I just asked
You're
him a
not
question.
calm.
I asked him, I should let me go a little bit, sir. That's all I said.
Open the door.
That's all I said. What do you make somebody cuss you out or anything? You said I'm all type. You just look.
So he already waived, so if
He did.
holds it, then it's.
Just, yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
I'll go talk to him, but once again, Judge, understandably, I think I know that he's frustrated, I believe.
I understand. I get it. And I would be too, but I can't. That's just too much blood. It's too much. You know,
It looked like there was.
even, you know, what I'm going to tell you, even if he didn't have those bond violations, I'd still be very hard pressed to even, you know.
No, and I was curious because when you brought it up, it was a little bit older, and so I was wondering why.
Do you know, are they going to come get him?
I'm not gonna get him. I was trying to figure out why now, and they were just having back and forth.
But here's the problem. So he hasn't made bond on those cases. So we're sitting anyways.
Yeah.
He has not?
No.
He said he did.
No, he's not made bond on those cases. He's
He's been
basically,
in jail for a year?
No.
he may have, but they revoked the bond.
Ah,
Yes.
So he's sitting there and I
There you
I
go.
didn't have the heart to tell him right now that the 14 days is not going to apply
Yeah.
because
I gotta do that.
I'm
Well,
I will, really.
I would
I
imagine-
It's
will,
just-
I'll let him know.
I'd imagine it's gonna get resolved because it's one of those. It's a bizarre. So we revoked. Harris County revoked because Michigan revoked because it was charged with the ag assault. So it's a chain of events because the only thing the court sees is that they revoked
So-
on the probation, which was caused by.
Please let him
race.
know that the 14 days hasn't kicked in and it will not.
It will not kick in.
Resolves.
Right.
And either he resolves the cases.
So which
Okay.
one does he need to resolve first in order for,
Well, for the felon possession of the weapon, hold on, I don't want to.
Is there an offer?
No, it's going to trial. That's why it's been reset out. It's been set for jury trial at least
four
Really?
times?
4 times.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5 times, Judge.
Next time is January 6th, 2025. But he's held on 55,000 bond.
So, what just happened? Mr. Thurman, facing multiple felony charges, including armed robbery and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, has officially been denied bond. Despite claiming he's been clean, cooperative, and trying to rebuild, the court couldn't ignore the repeated violations, potential danger, and history of violence, especially when children were allegedly involved. It's a stark reminder that in criminal law, perception and pattern matter just as much as the facts. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We'll be watching the next hearing, will you?
That for sure.
Yeah.
Because there's no notes that reflect why they revoked the bond. It just says court directive remand defendant to custody. Let me see if they give an explanation. Hold on.
Okay,
It's remand custody, violation report, but that's not a revocation. Yeah, because
it's a violation report from Michigan?
no. For me, so remember when I said the newest violation was on November 1st for all the curfew violations?
Mm-hmm. Is that from here?
Technically, that could be the reason why they revoked instead of.